All right, welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for using the new Discord, but for some reason I can't turn it out off the waiting room. I don't know why. I don't want to send y'all to the waiting room, so that ticks me off. I'll have to figure out how to do that. I hate waiting rooms. Come on in. I like to admit you. All right, so welcome in. It is Wednesday, April the 20th, 2022. Hope you all having a great day. And there was some discussion in our Discord about what does Bobby do if, trades are tested and all kinds of stuff. Well, Jim says, well, Bobby hadn't had to do it yet. How does he defend naked positions, especially when he sells naked calls? Jim says, well, he's not had to yet. Almost did, but rolled out. So, here's the thing. Don't worry so much about the individual trades. The only way you worry about an individual trade if you've only got one on. So if you've got several trades on and you've got a portfolio, I don't look at necessarily the individual trades as far as managing the individual trades for the most part. Well, we do look at it, but what will I do is all dependent on the portfolio itself. So I think that's one of the things that a lot of people erroneously focus on. They focus on the trees rather than the forest. Look at the forest first. What does my forest need? What is my forest doing? And then, adjust trades from that point. So I don't necessarily, y'all know I don't set stop losses. And I'm not always looking if something goes 2x or 3x against me to close that trade. No, we're looking at the overall Greeks. And I think that's one of the best things that we all do together in portfolio management is we don't do trade management. We do portfolio management. So it's a higher level of management, portfolio management, rather than individual trades. So many people are looking at each trade. Well, if it gets to a 2x loss, I'm going to close it. Well, okay, but depending on what the overall portfolio is doing. So what I would say is everybody just chill a little bit, right? And just kind of don't focus on the individual trades, focus on the forest. The forest. Is the forest healthy? So how do we know if the forest is healthy? Well, we've got to make sure we're not using too much buying power, right? Our buying power usage is based on the VIX, what the VIX is. Then we got to make sure we don't have too much or too little theta. So it's another thing that we look at. And then we look at our delta and vega. And then we've got one chart that tells us whether we need a adjustment in our deltas to get our delta vega ratio into some sort of line. So don't worry so much about the individual trade. And I think the ones that have been here with us for a while, are old pros at this. Don't worry about the individual trades. Any questions on that and how I manage things? Management, portfolio managed by the Greeks. I mean, we've tried a number of things together, haven't we? We've tried, hedge fund, excellent venture. We've tried TQ, Empire. We've tried all kinds of stuff. And I think at the end of the day, it all gets down to just managing Greeks and portfolios is the best thing that we do. All right. So look at the market today. This is what we call an inside day. The market is up 0.21%. We call that a nothing burger because we are inside still the opening 15-minute range. That is denoted by the gray area here. We're close to the cash open. We're just above VWAP. We're just below the overnight high. The hourly mid band is going up slightly. So this is an inside day. Look at this. The volume still kind of low, 3,400 contracts on average every 2 minutes. And the AD is, what's it still giving me my AD thing is not working. What's it say? Pivot points show only today, no time frame month. Monthly pivots can't be calculated on intraday charts. What the crap? Okay, but anyway, we got AD over here. It looks like it's around, it's really strong, right? This is a 355 mark, so 330 or so. Very strong AD for an inside day. All right, let's go to our little bit. Speaking of TQQs, let's go to our big green monster. So big green monster. Look at this. This is the fair value zone. Yep. This is fair value. Right? Remember the butt I used to draw back in the old days? Kind of looks like that. That's the fair value zone. This is oversold. So we're making a decision now. Not surprised at all that we would see interaction between one of our green lines here. Point of control on the volume profile. Remember, big green monster is market profile. What's the difference? This is number of contracts traded at price. That's volume profile. Market profile that we use for our green number, or our big green monster, is the amount of time traded at specific prices. So we're oversold. So if we continue here, we'd expect some reversion back into this fair value zone, even though our overall hypothesis is what? Still downward. So, in other words, I love, doing this because this is what all the experts do, right? If it doesn't go up, it's going to go down. Okay, Bobby, genius. We all see that, but we're here at an inflection point. All right. So I won't look at the gray monster today because my screwdriver, because my screwdriver's still not working for some reason. Rick, what's the screwdriver today? Rick's probably got it.
I can look at it, Bobby, just a second.
My thing is, after my computer stayed on for so long, I just leave my computer on all the time. Then I have to restart it. If I don't restart it, it doesn't give me the numbers. So
I have 87 right now.
87. Okay. So still, out of line, but with 2 updates that we've had, the screwdriver's going down. So, all right. So good. Screwdriver's there. All right. So now let's look at the forest. And we'll start out with the IRA account. So Bob can find the IRA account. I think it's this. So see, again, we don't want to look at the individual trades first. We want to look at the overall Greekies. So make sure that your Greeks are beta weighted to SPY so that we can, compare apples to apples. Even though all of these things are related to the S&P 500, if you don't do the beta weighting, boom, it's not that far different. It's just it's giving us the SPX deltas, looks like, if we uncheck that. So I like to have everything SPY weighted. So our deltas are negative. Now, that's pretty good, especially if our assumption is, and here's our big time assumption. Our big time assumption is that we are in a bear-ish market. Maybe it's not the official bear market, but we are in a down slope on SPY. We're now above the 50, but we should have some type of resistance here at the 200 simple moving average, and everything's going down. Now, if you read Scott Rubel's from Stratagem Trade morning thing, he tells us right. He says, what you're going to have is we're going to have continued movements down with occasional big time moves to the upside, big time move to the upside, big time move to the upside, and then just kind of occasional little down moves, big caves to the upside, down. So if I'm looking at this, at this point, I still believe that we're overall bearish. So carrying a little bit of short deltas is not a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. All right. So not a bad thing at all. So let's record our Greeks. So we're negative 28.86. Well, first of all, we got to put in our net lick for the day is, we are at, here we go, we're at 102, 399.71. So we're up just a tad from where we did it yesterday, up $68 from when we recorded it yesterday. So our Greeks today are maybe 360 yesterday. Market goes up. What happens to your deltas? They get increasingly shorter. Negative 28.99. All right, what is our theta? Theta is, and I'm about getting tired of fighting my theta, so I'm gonna do something today. 85.75. So see how we're just fighting with theta? The reason that we're fighting to get our theta up and we can't get it to 0.10 is because we have all those SPX trades. Remember when I bought 5 SPX and I said, hey, I'll sell 3 and pay for those one day. Well, that big, humongous down day for me, I was going to pay for never came true. So we're going to do something today. I thought about it last night. 193.49. So how much buying power we use depends on the VIX, right? How much we're allowed to use. So the VIX is at, come here, little Vixie. Come here, little boy. VIX is at 20.42. So it's down a little bit today. Okay. So our VIX between 20 and 30 means what? Well, that means, hey, Bob, use about 35% of your account max. If you got a smaller account, you may be using more than that. That's fine. So how much buying power are we using? We're using 32,778. So we're good. We're good, baby. 32,778. All right, so we're using 32%. We could use up to 35%. Do we need a delta adjustment? Like going to your chiropractor. Do you need an adjustment? No adjustment. Just forget these. I don't use these. I use this one, but I like to see this. You know? All right. So no adjustment. So we're good. Other than my theta. All right, so let's create some theta. Now remember, there's 2 ways for you to create theta and to do account adjustments. One is you can close an existing trade or you can put on a new trade. Right? So on these up days, I've lost 21.87 on these SPX trades that I put on these 5 loans, right? And you say, well, that's insurance, crash insurance. It is, but I'm tired of fighting delta, theta, and not getting my theta where it needs to be. So we're not going to sell 5 of them. What we're going to do though is I'm going to just trim one off. It's like when you got a wart, and I'm going to take my knife and just trim that baby off. So let's see if we can get 240 for it. So let's close one of those. There we go. So that leaves me with 4 of those things for a little insurance to the downside. Now, here's the great thing. Watch what it did to my theta. There. So now let's re-record our theta. 101.60. 1.60. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. So look, I am at 0.10% now. Isn't that cool? I got my theta up. I'm making just one little adjustment. What did it do to my buying power? Let's see. Probably nothing. Yeah, no buying power at all. So, hey, take your loss. You know, hey, Bob, you put those on. No big deal. It would have been better to close it on a down day. Maybe if we get a big down day, I'll close another one to increase my theta. So see how you do it? Was that a trade adjustment? No, not really. That was a Greek adjustment. So that made a little change in my Greek. Didn't make a whole lot of difference in my delta, did it? Maybe 2190. A little bit. Maybe 2190. But all right, so we're good to go. We're back at 0.10. All's well. So I'm at a point now though that I'm under buying power. I'm under theta. Really, I'm at the low portion of theta now. So I'm not at the point where I need to start closing trades every day and putting on trades. That's where I'm trying to get to. I want to be at the point where I'm closing trades and taking off trades. So just looking at my DTEs, make sure I got nothing expiring today. Let's see what we got. Everything's 30 days. Yep. 30, 41, 50 something, 58. Yep. Everything looks good there. No need to freak out and go, oh, it's under 21 days. I gotta change it. I got 71 days on those 4 loans. All right. So everything's looking just fine. So, Sadie, so I gotta keep an eye on there to let people in. Sorry, Sadie, I didn't mean to. I gotta turn that off to have everybody out of the waiting room. All right, so we got that done. So what are we gonna do? Well, let's put us on trades. What are we gonna do? Well, it's an update. My thetas are my deltas are negative. So really, I could put on a 112 today, just a regular one. Give me a little positive deltas, kind of get closer to zero, I guess. So why don't we do that? We'll do a 112. Why 112? That's what I normally do on updates, right? And I don't really need negative delta because my deltas are fine. So let's go and put us a little trade on. Let's go to this 58-day cycle in the macros, and we'll do it long put vertical. So we'll do this 50 points wide. Move that puppy down to where we're going to pay about $10. That's what we're like. Hey, it's working so good. Why change it now? There's $10. Go down one. It's on, so that should be $9.75. We'll move it up to 10 and see if we can get filled. You'll make me pay 10 and a quarter, aren't you? I got you. I got you. That's what happens when we got low liquidity, low volume. All right, so we're it. All right. Yeah. Because the market's up, I want to get farther away from the market to pay for it. So I'm going to go down to about 10 or 11 outside about this 2 standard deviations. We'll sell 2 of these. So let's do 2 of these to finance our put debit spread. 2 of those. That's filled. So there's our 112. Now let's look at all of our little trades together, see what they all look like. Ain't they pretty? We always so happy with our sales and how we got this great little profit hump that goes all the way up to 4,800 or so to the upside. And I know y'all ain't selling the call side. I got you. I'm scared of them. Got this big profit hump to the downside. And as days go by, what happens to the T0 line? Now you're saying T0, what the devil is that? T0 means time today, right? It is today. If it's your birthday, like it was Matt's yesterday, then T0. Yeah, here we go. So today's 420. Move that to 420. So here's our actual profit hump today. Watch what happens to T0 as time goes by. 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days. All things being entered, look, our profit hump just goes up and up and up every day. That's what we like. All right. So let's put this account in the IRA. Field there. Put this in to the IRA. All right, so we'll go trade. We're going to trade the micros. 58 days. 112. So we did the 36.50. 36.50. Nobody's in the waiting room. 36.50. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. So we're going to sell 2 of those. And then we're going to do 36.50. 42.10, 41.60. Right, so we've already bought one there, right? So that's fine. Hold your control key down. 42.10, 41.60. There she goes. So we know we're probably not going to get 15.50. So we can go down to 15.25. See if we get filled. Paste order. Save custom order template. Copy. So brings us in $70. Nothing. Jack, squat, crap. Nothing. So we're gonna go up to 15. There we go. So we got filled at 15. All right, so this is a 112. So how are we going to categorize it? The micros page where we record these trades. And we know that this is going to be a 112, hopefully the 9th. Right? 112 9th. Let's see. But remember, I forgot to pay some of these in here. So let's go to our groups. Already got a 1129. 112 first, second, third, fourth, second, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. That looks like I can do a 9th. 112. There we go. So we'll get 1129. Hit your control key, left click, right click, move to group 1129. 129. Okay, let's go put her in. So MES, one tranche, tranche, 1129. And our stripes are 4250, 4200, 3650. Puts or strikes, it's puts or calls, I mean. And this is just a regular old 112, 58 days. Expiration, put it on the 20th. And it's 15. 15 even. Got filled on field orders was 15. Now, because we still have buying power available and because we don't have our theta up where I want it to be, no need to look and take any trade off. See, I don't care what the trades are. I'm not trade managing, I'm forest managing. So if we look at the individual trades, though, it might be interesting to see how they're doing. Right? But I'm not going to manage anything because I need more theta. So I don't need to look at the BSH loans. Up 122%. Up 112%. 113%. 129%. High class problem minute 120%. 96%. 120%. I think that's good. 120%. 96%. 118%. 89%, 90, 68, 97. Bob, I thought you did a back test that said that 65% was the ultimate place to manage these trades. It was. If you're looking at an individual trade, we're not looking at individual trades. We're looking at degrees. See the difference? I hope y'all do. Because if that was the case, we'd be closing most of our portfolio. Well, isn't that good, Bob? Not really, because it's going to leave me with no theta in my account. I want theta in my account. All right, so let's go back here. Let's see. Let's order replacement 420, 12, 24. Here's what we bought. That's the one that's filled. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, and maybe y'all know I'm trying to use it for 2 different accounts, right? So if I go, let's go to our margin account, put on the same trade. Order entry and save orders. How did I do that? Y'all saw me the other day. I did this just right. It was perfect. I can't remember what I did though. Hey, that's it. Look at old Bob coming up with it. So there we are. So I saved it. I pasted it. So we know we got filled about 15 on that one. Let's see if we can get filled over here. Wait a minute. Am I in the right account? No. Go get it twice now. Yeah. Crimson 203. Now, I'm trying to make sure it's putting it in the right account, right? Hold on. That is a buying power effect. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're good. Make sure I'm doing it in the right account. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're filled in the margin account. So let's see what we're going to call this 112. So we're done with this account. Let's just close this spreadsheet. We don't need any more. All right, so here's the margin account. So we've got 112 14th was our last one. So this should be the 112 15. So better that I do this with y'all. Y'all go, man, this is boring crap, Bob. You putting it in the spreadsheet. Hey, if I don't do it, I'll forget them. So y'all are stuck with it. 112. Stripes again are 42.50, 42.50, 42.50, 36.50. Oh, Jim's coming in now. Okay, good, Ed. Ed says it's not boring. All right. So we put this one in on the put side. It is a 112. And what do we say? This one had 58 days to go. We put it in on 4/20/22. And we got filled at $15, which brought us in a nice little profit at $69.12. Now here's the fun account, right? So let's do our net lick on this one account. So yesterday we were 29,505. Today we're at 4/20/22. Net lick wise today we are at 29,586. 10. All right, so we're up $77 on the day when we did it yesterday. So let's put in our Greeks. Who's calling me? Tell me about my car warranty. What did I say this was? 112 15, I think. 112 15. So let's put this in. 15. 112 15. 112 15. Oh, by the way, this is a big day for us. Y'all won't believe what this is. This is the, I always post our videos on YouTube, right? This today, can y'all believe this will be our 300th video? How about that? 300, y'all. Is that crazy or what? That's kind of like momentous, isn't it? So our delta in this account is 13.61. 13.61. We got nice theta over here. So theta in this account, smaller account is 50.06. I said our theta was good. That don't seem too good, does it? 50.06. It's still good. 0.17. There you go. The Vega is negative 122.13. 22.13. And our buying power, which was right where it needed to be yesterday, is 10,763. Sounds good to me. Close enough, right? Bobby, you should close something and not put one on because you're at 36% when your buying power says 35%. Hey, I'm going to live dangerously, baby. And it says that we need no adjustment on our deltas. See? So we're always good. All right, so what does that mean? Well, we're going to do what we always do in this account. We're going to take one off, and we've already put one on. So we're going to take one off. All right, which one to take off? Well, it depends. Let's put our groups in. Show my groups. And let's do it this way. So we'll just start going through them, right? Up 97%. up 56%. So that was up 100. So this one is 34% down. This one's up 90%, up 70, up 129. So that one now. So here's the one we're looking to close now. See if we got something bigger than that. 79, 98. That's after harvest. We don't worry about that one. Up 86, up 113. Ha, we don't even care about you. 113, up 1.67. That's the one we put on today. Up 76, up 83. See high class problems we got here? I mean, this is up 45, up 45, up. So that's the one I closed yesterday. Let's delete that group. Up 47, up 100. We got one bigger than that, right? Yeah, 129. 11116, 119. Such a baby. Talk to me tomorrow. 11169, up 63%. There we go. We got a winner. So what do we do here? Well, we're going to close all these. I wonder if I do all three things. Right click, create closing order, back ratio, blah, blah, blah. What the heck is that? That ain't everything. So normally what we do is we close the spread first, right? Then we close the other one next. So let's close the naked component, create closing order. So I'm going to buy this one. Now, since you're buying, and you got a mid to that price, I would try to move it down to the mid first because we want to pay less, right? Just to, see if we can get out of it for less money. So 70.44 is what we'll be paying to get out of this one. See if we get fill. Jack squat crap nothing. Get out 7. Remember this number 72.94. So we're out for 72.94. 72.94 cents out. We paid that, right? All right, so let's close our little spread now. Now this is just opposite because you're hoping to get a credit for this. Create closing orders, sell it. And you want to sell it for the most that you can get. So don't move it down the net there. You want this to be high. So if we get 87.06 for it, and looks like we did, 87.06 in. 87.06 in. 87.06 means that we brought in a credit of 14.12. Okay. And this is a 112.10. So let's see if we find it. 112. Come on, Bob. Oh, no, not like yesterday where I hadn't got it in here. All right, we got to build it in because Tubby didn't put it in. 1, 1, 2, 10. What are you doing, Bob? Well, I forgot to record it that day. What a dork head. Unbelievable. What kind of person are you? So the strikes on it were the 44.80, 44.30. 80, 30, what was it, 38.80 puts. So 112 trade. Memory serves me correctly. Who knows when we put it in? Who knows how many days it was? All right, so here's what we got to do. I got to go find this order. All right, y'all help me remember 38.80. Go over here to my account statement. 45 down there. All right, so we're going to go 38.80. Y'all help me find it. And it'll be only on the green ones, right? Because the greens are the opening trades. So here's where we just closed it out. No, I mean, yeah, close. 38.80 to close. 38.80. Wait a minute. I see green was to close. What am I talking about? Anyway, y'all help me find 38.80. 38.80. Here's one. but we did a 1, so that's not it because we sold 2 of them. Well, 38.80. Now, Rick, he's got the eagle eye. Rick will help me here. He's good at this. 38. Come on, little fella. 32.80. Where is you? Aha! That looks like it, doesn't it? A 112, 38.80, 44.80, 44.30. Is that it? Yeah. Let's see what we did for that. So let's find it again. 38.80. So we did this entire trade for a $15.25 credit on 329. So we entered that on 329. So I put, it was left with what? 8 days, it was left with 30 today. So two's when we probably got it down to 30, and we said 15.25. That's right. Yep. And then we know that we closed this for a 14.12 credit. 14.12 credit. So that's when I go over here. Don't look at these columns. I'm still working on getting the formula right. So we'll go over here, and we said we closed it today. Exit on 420. And we closed it for a credit, because I got to make this negative of 14.12. Sure, that's right. Credit 14.12. So it says debit. So to make it a credit, you got to negative 14. So that means that we made $84.49. Oh, behave. Look at us. We are. I mean, that's good stuff. Hey, hey, hey. What's happening here? Hey, hey, hey. Come here, you little Boutros. Wasn't that a dictator or something? Y'all remember Boutros Ghali, whatever his name was? All right, so we made on the 1/12/10th, you and I made a profit of $84.49. Let's put it on our calendar. $84.49. So here we go. $84.49. That little, so I'll just format painter and format copy there. So look at us, y'all. Look at us. Huh? So we have made $215.72 today. So we're maybe get a $300 profit. You go, well, that's not much, right? Well, if you could make $713 a month on a $29,000 account, 713.65 times 12. That's if we don't close one for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, right? So times 12 divided by, what are we? What was our account balance? 20, 28 or something? 29,586. 29,586. That's counting you chickens for the hatch. That's 28.9% in a year. That's if we don't close nothing else for the rest of the. Well, what about? Yeah, I like doing it. This is fun, right? This is fun. So what if we go? Okay, so we've done $713.65. How many trades have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what are we averaging per day? We're averaging 713.65 divided by 9 is 79.29 times 221 trading days in a year. Right? Gives us 17,524.07 divided by 29. What was it? 586. 59%. Huh? That ain't bad. So I like it. So it looks like little numbers, right? But it's pretty good numbers. pretty good numbers. All right, questions at all? Isn't it cool? I like our little profit calendar. Who's got a question? So everybody sees why I'm not so much bent on doing anything to, other than closing a trade a day, putting one on. I'm not looking at them and going, oh, one of them's down today. What should I do? No, no, no. Look at your Greeks. Come on. This is beginner territory. Beginners do what? Beginners look at individual trades. You don't. You are better than that. You go, hey, am I pretty much delta where I want to be? Well, yeah. I could have a little negative deltas in there, but I'm fine. You know, we're delta neutral. Is my theta sufficient? Yeah, my theta is sufficient. Is my Vega okay? It is, because that's what that last column on our spreadsheet says with no adjustment, because we basically are adjusting deltas to get our Vegas in line. And is your buying power okay? All right. So cool stuff. Who's got questions? All right, excellent session for our 300th together, and I will see y'all tomorrow.